The moment fans have been waiting for is almost here. Gervonta Davis will fight Shakur Stevenson. The two have scheduled a showdown later this year, which could be the boost Stevenson needs after his issues with his promotional company, Top Rank. Both fighters will put their undefeated records on the line in this epic clash. Let's dive into the excitement.
But on my part, I would love to promote it because I think he's a great fighter.
So a lot of people have been saying that Shakur and Tank is almost done for November. You've just done a deal with PBC for Berlanga, Canelo. Does that give you a bit of leverage in that Shakur Tank discussion to say that you can do a deal with them?
I think if you're PB, I mean, the only way that I'm involved in a Shakur Tank deal is if I'm working with Shakur, and at the moment I'm not. Whether he needs me once he does that deal or whether he signs with PBC, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tank against Shakur because fights get made, like situations and circumstances are everything. Do you understand? So Tank's got all his eggs in his basket for a Lomachenko fight. Then that falls through. You're really left holding your dick at that point going, blimey, who am I going to fight? Shakur's a free agent. He's ready to do a deal. And it just, timing's everything, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't spoke to the guys since I saw him about a week ago. But maybe they're in discussions for that fight. If they are and they haven't signed with PBC, I'd love to be a part of the team. If they have, good luck, and maybe we'll work in the future. But you know, I hope that Shakur, with us or without us, can make the fights that can define his legacy.
Shakur Stevenson successfully defended his WBC lightweight title by winning a unanimous decision over Artem Harutyunyan at the Prudential Center in Newark. Despite the victory, some fans were disappointed with the performance, similar to their feelings after his fight against Edwin de los Santos. Now, there is unexpected talk of a potential fight between Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, fueled by comments from Davis's trainer, Kenny Ellis. Gervonta Davis, who is from Baltimore, had been in talks to fight IBF lightweight champion Vasyl Lomachenko later this year. This fight seemed likely after Lomachenko's victory over George Kambosos Jr. However, with Stevenson now a free agent after completing his last fight under the Top Rank banner, Ellis claims that Lomachenko, who is also with Top Rank, has agreed to step aside. This would allow Davis to face Stevenson first. Earlier today, Ellis posted on Instagram that Lomachenko will step aside and let Gervonta Davis fight Shakur Stevenson this fall, with Lomachenko fighting the winner in early 2025. Talksport editor Michael Benson later shared this news on his social media account. Stevenson has been eager to fight Davis, his fellow lightweight champion, for a while, although Davis had previously been hesitant to agree to the fight. Shakur Stevenson seems not only open to fighting Gervonta Davis, but also believes it's bound to happen. Talks about a potential fight between Stevenson and Davis have never faded. This potential matchup was a hot topic before Stevenson's fight with Harutyunyan, and again before Davis knocked out Frank Martin last month. A few days ago, Stevenson spoke with Boxing Scene about this possible fight. Stevenson expressed confidence in the fight happening, saying he has the best perspective on it. He believes that a fight between him and Davis will be the biggest in years and will attract every promoter's interest. For now, he is relaxed and prefers not to think too much about it until it happens. Stevenson suggested that a clash with Davis would be so significant that everyone in the United States would stop to watch it. Stevenson and Davis are also being urged by fans to put their lightweight belts and undefeated records on the line in one of the most hard-to-predict fights in boxing. Both fighters have benefited from Devin Haney moving up in weight. Stevenson claimed the vacant WBC belt by defeating Edwin de los Santos. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis was promoted to WBA full champion after holding the regular title. The 29-year-old Davis from Baltimore then defended his title by knocking out the previously undefeated Frank Martin in the 8th round. A month later, Stevenson kept his title by defeating Artem Harutyunyan. Though the fight wasn't considered entertaining by some, Stevenson showed his elite skills and won easily. Despite fans eagerly wanting to see Stevenson and Davis face off, Davis's team began negotiations with Vasily Lomachenko. However, Lomachenko, the IBF champion from Ukraine, withdrew from the talks due to a lack of motivation. Now, with no excuses or obstacles remaining, fans believe it's time for an all-American clash. This fight would showcase Stevenson's ability to score and evade against Davis's powerful and calculated fighting style.
Shakur is a quick boxer, a good guy, but do you think he would engage you enough that make it an entertaining fight? Or if you fought him, do you feel like it would be a bad fight because you'd be chasing him all night?
You know how it would go. Everybody in this room would know how it would go. You know what I mean? But I guess it'd be good for the sport if we fight now or later.
Both Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis have hinted at ongoing discussions about their potential fight. Recently, a report claimed that the fight was scheduled for November 23rd in Las Vegas. However, Shakur quickly dismissed this as false information. Gervonta Davis also took to social media to deny the report, but what he might have denied is the date. In the report, it was also mentioned the date in November. So far, there has been no official announcement about the negotiations, or if they have reached an advanced stage. Interestingly, the denials from both fighters came within 3 minutes of each other, which fans might find notable. Shakur Stevenson is currently a free agent after ending his long-term contract with Top Rank. This status could simplify discussions with PBC, the company that represents Davis. The path to Shakur Stevenson's title defense against Artem Harutyunyan at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, has been challenging. Stevenson, the WBC lightweight champion, is fighting for the first time since winning the vacant title against Edwin de los Santos in November. That fight was disappointing, with only 105 punches landed between them, leading many fans to leave the arena early. Stevenson apologized for his performance and blamed it on a shoulder injury. In January, while searching for his next opponent, Stevenson surprised everyone by announcing his retirement, only to change his mind a few days later. These events unfolded as Stevenson had one fight left on his contract with Top Rank, his promoter since he turned pro after winning a silver medal in the 2016 Olympics. Stevenson, with a record of 22-0-10 KOs, wanted to fight Vasily Lomachenko and George Kambosos Jr., who later fought each other. Lomachenko won that fight and claimed the IBF title. Talks with Stevenson's top challenger, William Zepeda, also fell through. Stevenson said Harutyunyan, a 33-year-old Armenian fighter based in Germany, was the only opponent available at the time. Harutyunyan is known for giving Frank Martin a tough fight last summer before losing by decision.
And now he didn't run the other night. He stood right there in front of that dude, and that dude couldn't even touch him. And he took some shots in the later rounds where he shouldn't have taken those shots. And he could have been defensively sound right in those moments, but he was trying to open the guy up and trying his best to try to land that kill shot at the end of the night. But he's not that type of fighter. He's not built like that. You cannot compare Shakur and Tank. You can't compare the two. They're two different styles. And styles make fights at the end of the day. So whatever Martin did to this guy, Artem, is going to be different than what Shakur does. Shakur completely dominated this guy. Like this guy couldn't do anything to him.
As Stevenson, a 27-year-old southpaw, enters the free agency phase of his career, he aims to secure significant fights to prove he is the best boxer in the world. Whether he will return to Top Rank remains uncertain. Stevenson has expressed frustration with Top Rank, claiming they haven't provided him with the opportunities he deserves. Despite this, he hasn't ruled out returning to Top Rank, noting that business decisions will guide his future. Top Rank can offer fights against recently crowned WBO lightweight champion Denis Berinchyk, rising contender Raymond Muratalla, and Teofimo Lopez Jr. at 140 pounds. Stevenson, who has won titles at 126 and 130 pounds, and defeated notable fighters like Oscar Valdez, Jamel Herring, and Robson Conceição, is unhappy with how his lightweight career has been managed. He officially entered the lightweight division in April 2023 and scored a stoppage win against Shuichiro Yoshino before beating De Los Santos. Stevenson believes his notoriety grew as he moved up in weight, but his career progress slowed at 135 pounds. He feels Top Rank missed opportunities to push for significant fights. As he considers his next move, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Oscar De La Hoya, and Eddie Hearn have shown interest in working with him. Stevenson might also follow the path of his confidant Terence Crawford, who successfully navigated his career independently after leaving Top. Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis in November has boxing fans buzzing with excitement. Both fighters bring undefeated records and championship belts to the table, promising a clash that could be one of the biggest in recent years. With Stevenson now a free agent and Davis's team expressing interest, this anticipated bout. If the negotiations go smoothly, fans may soon witness a historic fight that will not only define both fighters' careers, but also captivate the entire boxing world. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below.